The sub-15-hour linear game is a style that's unfortunately been mostly abandoned by the AAA studios. This has forced the indie and AA sphere to pick up some of the slack, and as a result, we've actually seen some really cool titles in recent years. Which brings us to today's game, Evil West. It's a weird little game that released late last year and fell under a lot of people's radar, which is a shame because I do think a lot of you would enjoy it. Just based on the premise alone, it seemed like such a video game-ass video game, and I'm happy to confirm that after playing through it with a friend, it's mostly a good time. A shining beacon of AA glory, Evil West offers up some dumb co-op fun with a side serving of jank. It's a really solid third-person action game that sees you beating the ever-living shit out of vampire demons in an alternate history Wild West. The story is the definition of forgettable, but it has enough crazy bullshit going on to mostly hold my attention, the pre-rendered cutscenes are surprisingly well made, and the game has a solid showcase of twisted locales to punch your way through. Structurally, it's a very video gamey affair of linear combat arenas with small puzzles in between. These puzzles are often more of a nuisance than anything else though, serving only to artificially break up the pacing by having you hit a button or move a box. I honestly think we could have just done without these because it's not really fun or interesting to stop fighting and spend time searching the level to find some switches, especially since the levels are incredibly strict, so there's not really any room for exploration either. Thankfully, the game understands this to some degree, and aside from said puzzles, it constantly throws you into the action, which mostly shines. Mechanically, it's relatively simple, R1 to punch, R2 to shoot, but there's enough diversity in your extra abilities to keep things fresh, and cranking the difficulty can actually offer a sizable challenge.
You're assholes, all of you. No, this fucker!
I know, these little guys are kind of fucking assholes.
Yes, come on!
Fuck this guy up, Super Saiyan high. Fuck you, dude.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's me, alright. That is insane.
A few sections towards the end do start to feel repetitive, but the majority of it was fast, fluid, and fun, with some insanely hectic encounters where you have to be constantly moving to stay alive. The boss fights, however, were a bit of a mixed bag, though there is one that punches well above its weight and was a really cool fight. Unfortunately, like I said before, the game comes with some jank. Some of it is mechanical, like the auto-aim that locks onto weak spots for you. This mostly works, but sometimes it'll just yank you over to something else, which is less than ideal. The way reviving works is also not my favorite, as it's simply tap instead of hold, which led to several moments where I was trying to dodge, but ended up reviving my friend by mistake. There's a fair number of other bugs too, with some being minor, like getting randomly launched into the air, but sometimes it's worse, like attacks being invisible.
Did that thing kill you when you walked into it?
What? I didn't see it. Well, there was something on the ground?
Or your co-op partner losing function in half of their abilities, which is, yeah, not good. There's also a co-op bug on one mission where if you open your menu, the game will freeze and crash, which is insane that this hasn't been fixed 7 months after release. But despite those issues, I still think Evil West is a great example of some middle market goodness. It's not gonna blow you away by any means, but it doesn't have to, because its sole purpose is to offer an entertaining slice of dumb, video game TM bullshit. And it certainly succeeds at that.